Hi, this is Lucy Appert. I'm here with my colleague Jeff Pash, and we're going to do a demonstration of the version 1 release of the Sakai Open Academic Environment running at NYU as the ATLAS Network. A couple of things about this environment I think are important to point out before we start. Sakai OAE has been designed as a hub for people to come together in an academic environment. It can be tailored to different teaching styles. It offers multiple points of entry for everyone associated with an academic environment, whether you are exploring for research or students trying to connect with one another across global sites. So what's really exciting about it is that it offers a network and a hub. So let's jump in and take a look at the personal starting place for this, which is your personal profile. So the profile is edited from the left side. This is customizable by institutions. This is the basic set of options that come with the release. We have customized this within NYU, so I have my affiliation with the College of Arts and Science and my particular program. There is also an area for me to add tags for my particular interest for people to find me. And then there is another area called About Me, another way for people to find each other within the environment. So I might put in a brief biography about how long I've been at NYU and the different types of courses I teach, my academic interests. All of these are searchable fields. And then there is an area for publications, and institutions can add other areas to the profile as well. So this is the personal hub, how you represent yourself in the environment for others to find you. You also have a dashboard, and the dashboard offers multiple ways for people to get involved in the environment. It suggests different pieces of content that have come in the environment. It suggests different people who are in the environment that you might be interested in. So it begins to plunge you into a set of searches through the environment. It also shows you recent activity. So there are activity streams at the bottom, who your recent contacts are, your recent groups are, different things that you've uploaded. Again, multiple points of entry into the environment. People will find their path that is the easiest way for them to get to the things they're using. So let's look at how people connect with one another. We go to the page where there are contacts suggested here. So let's see, if I would like to connect with Wayne, I can take a look at Wayne's profile, what's visible to me. Different information about him. Again, this is institutionally configurable, so for NYU in our production build, we'll probably just have basic information visible to people. So if I'm interested in adding Wayne as a contact, I can click here to add him, and I would indicate how I know him, and it sends an invitation to him. So again, there are different ways of getting users involved in the system, and the system actually begins to suggest things that the user might be interested in. You can edit the layout on this page, and you can add more widgets to this page as well and personalize it. So I could add most active content, most popular tags. I could find the path that was most interesting for me to get involved in the environment. So you can see there's a lot of reference to content in this environment, and the way the environment treats content is really exciting. So let's take a look at content. So we take a look at, I can actually go into my library and take a look at a piece of content. Content in OAE has a profile just like a person or a group. So from this content profile here, I can get a preview of what the document looks like, and I can also see how it's being used. So at the top, I can see that it's used by one person and one group. This is particularly helpful if you're providing a lot of curricular materials and you want to see how many different courses are using materials. People can also leave comments, so there's a comment thread that goes on the content profile. You can add tags, and if this were in a course, I would have related content on the side. So for this, I'm going to add Atlas as a tag. So people are looking for more information about our environment, and we can add that as a tag. At the top, then, I can download this particular piece of content. I can share this piece of content. So so we can share it within the environment. If it's a piece of public content, and this will only work on content where the visibility is set to public, you can also share it to popular social networking sites, bibliographic sites, other sites out on the web. And this can be very helpful for students trying to circulate information about registration or about resumes, lots of different types of documents that get circulated in these systems and for people to be able to share them. So this is sharing. We can also control the permissions on the document. So I can say that the people I've shared this with can view it or they can edit it. What can edit means is that they can control the file as I have. They have the permission to share it. If they can only view it, they can look at it, they can download it, but they can't do anything else with it. So I can also change at the top who can see this. So I'm going to make it so just the people at NYU can see it, just to logged in users. If this were for a course, I probably would just say selected users and groups. So you can also define who can see it. So the content profile then gives you a lot of information and it attaches a kind of social history to a document, and you can see how it's being circulated. Just as a short add-on, links are treated in the same way as files. So a link would also have a document profile, and this can be really helpful because a lot of people treat links as content and circulate them in the same way. So where are you using this content? Let's go take a look at groups. So very quickly, if you wanted to add your own group, you could do this under create an add, and anyone in the environment has the ability to create a group. You would give it a title, you might give it tags, you can set the permission for the group. This will be a fun group. I could add a description. This is a fun group. I could add tags. I can set here who can see it, who can find it. So I want anyone at NYU to be able to find it, but I could make it a totally public group. And then how do people join? So people can ask to join. People can automatically join themselves to it, or managers add people. So I'm going to let people automatically join because it's so much fun. I could also add people. Maybe I'll add Jeff. All right. And then I can add him as a member to the group. You can change people here. He could be a manager to the group. And then I add a group. The other type of groups in this environment are course groups, and we already have one created, so we're going to go take a look at this course group. So within a course group, the instructor can set different permissions for different areas. A common need in courses is for students to have the ability to add material to the course site without the instructor having to do anything. To add a new area, just click on the top, and you have several different options. A new document is actually a Sakai document, and we'll talk about that in a minute. It's a piece of content that you edit in the page. You could put it in an existing document. So if you've created a Sakai syllabus that you like in this environment, in the content editing environment, then you could just put that document into any environment. And then there's also a widget page. So a widget page is a way of bringing tools into the environment, and you can choose from the list. There's a discussion tool, We will have a digital library ebook platform. You can bring in Google Maps. You can have a quick access to files and documents. So and you can bring in as many of these widget pages as you want. And these are another way of bringing in other content to create a hub. We'll show you in a minute what this remote content widget can actually do too. So we'll cancel this. We're not going to create any more pages. And we'll take a look then at what one of these widget pages looks like. So if we go to the discussion, you can see that we've created a discussion page. The page is set so that anyone can edit this page. So a student has already added a comment into the page, and other people can add to the discussion on the page. You can have multiple discussion pages if you want to, or you continue to work from this page. We have brought in some remote content actually. So if you look under appointments, NYU has a Google Mail and Google Apps for Education, and we have the ability to set appointment slots on calendars. So I have created an appointment calendar here, and I've embedded my office hour slots, so students can click on those office hour slots and make an appointment with me. So this page is actually using the remote content widget to pull in a Google Calendar. And we also have done that in the course policies page. So this is actually a Google document, and you can type in it, you can edit it. It's being pulled in from Google, and something that we anticipate courses will do. So that's another thing you can do with the remote content widget. So the last thing we're going to look at then is how you create content within the OAE environment. So again, you go up to create an ad, and many of the things that we were just looking at you can do for any page. We're going to create a new document, and we'll just call this our Atlas page. Okay, and we can set permissions on this page. The whole world can view it. You can use this as a content repository if you want to, and send pages out for anyone to see. We're going to add this page. And then we can go, once we've added the page, we can go to our content area and edit the page. So when I click, so another nice thing about the OAE environment is that it provides information to new users. So this page tells me that I've created a new Sakai document, and it has the text in it to tell me exactly what I can do in this page, what's the difference in this page and a Word file, things I can do with the page. So I'm going to go into edit it, and I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff. So I can type in this page. I can just type fun things in the page. Regularly I can change the font. I can put in headers, all of those things. And then I can also, when I'm done adding my fun text, I can also insert in the page horizontal lines, files, and documents. NYU is going to have hooked up to, as a video repository, Kaltura environment, so I'll be able to bring in video. I can bring in the digital library ebook, so I can bring in materials from other repositories and begin to use this content creation page as a multimedia palette. So there are lots of different uses for this. One is just as a basic kind of web page environment. In a course, you might ask students to bring in different pieces of content from the course and begin to write about them and bring them together. You might use these pages to get feedback, so to add discussion widgets in it. So you can use the page as a very flexible page that incorporates text and widgets and external content. So this has been a quick tour of the environment and some of the key features that we're very excited about using in our fall pilot of Sakai OAE with the ATLAS Network at NYU.